What does organic mean? The term organic refers to the way agricultural products are grown and processed. While the regulations vary from country to country, in the US, organic crops must be grown without the use of synthetic pesticides, bioengineered genes (GMOs), petroleum-based fertilizers, and sewage sludge-based fertilizers. Organic livestock raised for meat, eggs, and dairy products must have access to the outdoors and be given organic feed. They may not be given antibiotics, growth hormones, or any animal byproducts. The benefits of organic food: how your food is grown or raised can have a major impact on your mental and emotional health as well as the environment. Organic foods often have more beneficial nutrients, such as antioxidants, than their conventionally grown counterparts, and people with allergies to foods, chemicals, or preservatives often find their symptoms lessen or go away when they eat only organic foods. Organic produce contains fewer pesticides. Chemicals such as fungicides, herbicides, and insecticides are widely used in conventional agriculture, and residues remain on and in the food we eat. Organic food is often fresher because it doesn't contain preservatives that make it last longer. Organic produce is often, but not always, so watch where it is from, produced on smaller farms near where it is sold. Organic farming is better for the environment. Organic farming practices reduce pollution, conserve water, reduce soil erosion, increase soil fertility, and use less energy. Farming without pesticides is also better for nearby birds and animals as well as people who live close to farms. Organically raised animals are not given antibiotics, growth hormones, or fed animal byproducts. Feeding livestock animal byproducts increases the risk of mad cow disease (BSE), and the use of antibiotics can create antibiotic-resistant strains of bacteria. Organically raised animals are given more space to move around and access to the outdoors, which help to keep them healthy. Organic meat and milk are richer in certain nutrients. Results of a 2016 European study show that levels of certain nutrients, including omega-3 fatty acids, were up to 50% higher in organic meat and milk than in conventionally raised versions. Organic food is GMO-free. Genetically modified organisms (GMOs) or genetically engineered (GE) foods are plants whose DNA has been altered in ways that cannot occur in nature or in traditional crossbreeding, most commonly in order to be resistant to pesticides or produce an insecticide. Organic food versus locally grown food. Unlike organic standards, there is no specific definition for local food. It could be grown in your local community, your state, your region, or your country. During large portions of the year, it is usually possible to find food grown close to home at places such as a farmer's market. The benefits of locally grown food: financial, money stays within the local economy. More money goes directly to the farmer, instead of to things like marketing and distribution. Transportation: in the US, for example, the average distance a meal travels from the farm to the dinner plate is over 1,500 miles. Produce must be picked while still unripe and then gassed to ripen it after transport. Or the food is highly processed in factories using preservatives, irradiation, and other means to keep it stable for transport. Freshness: local food is harvested when ripe and thus fresher and full of flavor. Small local farmers often use organic methods but sometimes cannot afford to become certified organic. Visit a farmer's market and talk with the farmers to find out what methods they use. Does organic mean pesticide-free? As mentioned above, one of the primary benefits of eating organic is lower levels of pesticides. However, despite popular belief, organic farms do use pesticides. The difference is that they only use naturally derived pesticides, rather than the synthetic pesticides used on conventional commercial farms. Natural pesticides are believed to be less toxic, however, some have been found to have health risks. That said, your exposure to harmful pesticides will be lower when eating organic. What are the possible risks of pesticides? Most of us have an accumulated buildup of pesticide exposure in our bodies due to numerous years of exposure. This chemical body burden, as it is medically known, could lead to health issues such as headaches, birth defects, and added strain on weakened immune systems. Some studies have indicated that the use of pesticides even at low doses can increase the risk of certain cancers, such as leukemia, lymphoma, brain tumors, breast cancer, and prostate cancer. Children and fetuses are most vulnerable to pesticide exposure because their immune systems, bodies, and brains are still developing. Exposure at an early age may cause developmental delays, behavioral disorders, autism, immune system harm, and motor dysfunction. Pregnant women are more vulnerable due to the added stress pesticides put on their already taxed organs. Plus, pesticides can be passed from mother to child in the womb, as well as through breast milk. The widespread use of pesticides has also led to the emergence of superweeds and superbugs, which can only be killed with extremely toxic poisons like 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, a major ingredient in Agent Orange. The best bang for your buck when shopping organic food is often more expensive than conventionally grown food. But if you set some priorities, it may be possible to purchase organic food and stay within your food budget. Know your produce pesticide levels. Some types of conventionally grown produce are much higher in pesticides than others, and should be avoided. Others are low enough that buying non-organic is relatively safe. The Environmental Working Group, a non-profit organization that analyzes the results of government pesticide testing in the US, offers an annually updated list that can help guide your choices. Fruits and vegetables, where the organic label matters most. According to the Environmental Working Group, a non-profit organization that analyzes the results of government pesticide testing in the US, the following fruits and vegetables have the highest pesticide levels, so are best to buy organic: apples, sweet bell peppers, cucumbers, celery, potatoes, grapes, cherry tomatoes, kale, collard greens, summer squash, nectarines, imported, peaches, spinach, strawberries, hot peppers. Fruits and vegetables you don't need to buy organic, known as the Clean 15. These conventionally grown fruits and vegetables are generally low in pesticides. Asparagus, avocado, mushrooms, cabbage, sweet corn, eggplant, kiwi, mango, onion, papaya, pineapple, sweet peas, frozen, sweet potatoes, grapefruit, cantaloupe. Buy organic meat, eggs, and dairy if you can afford to. While prominent organizations such as the American Heart Association maintain that eating saturated fat from any source increases the risk of heart disease, other nutrition experts maintain that eating organic grass-fed meat and organic dairy products doesn't carry the same risks. It's not the saturated fat that's the problem, they say, but the unnatural diet of an industrially raised animal that includes corn, hormones, and medication. Other ways to keep the cost of organic food within your budget: shop at farmers markets. Many cities, as well as small towns, host a weekly farmers market, where local farmers sell their produce at an open-air street market, often at a discount to grocery stores. Join a food co-op. A natural foods co-op, or cooperative grocery store, typically offers lower prices to members, who pay an annual fee to belong. Join a community-supported agriculture (CSA) farm, in which individuals and families join up to purchase shares of produce in bulk, directly from a local farm. Local and organic. Organic food buying tips: buy in season. Fruits and vegetables are cheapest and freshest when they are in season. Find out when produce is delivered to your market so you're buying the freshest food possible. Shop around, compare the price of organic items at the grocery store, the farmer's market, online, and in other venues, even the freezer aisle. Remember that organic doesn't always equal healthy. Making junk food sound healthy is a common marketing ploy in the food industry, but organic baked goods, desserts, and snacks are usually still very high in sugar, salt, fat, or calories. It pays to read food labels carefully.